Dear students, in the previous class we had a simple introduction to biology. So there I told you that the two main branches of biology are botany and zoology, and along with that I told you there is microbiology, biotechnology, etc. And in today's class let us concentrate on the first module which is given to you in bridge course. And whenever we talk about biology, branches of biology, they are different like biotechnology, genetics, evolution and all. But according to our syllabus, whenever we are studying biology and various chapters in first PUC and second PUC, we will be studying three important aspects of plants and animals. So in three main branches, we call them morphology, anatomy and physiology. So let us understand what is morphology, what is anatomy and what is physiology. Morphology, so it is the combination of two words once again, morphe and logos. So logos, wherever you come across, it is nothing but study. So morphology is the combination of morphe and logos. Morphe means what? Form. For example, in the syllabus we have a chapter called morphology of flowering plants. So when you are studying morphology of flowering plants, what exactly we will be studying? And we will be exactly studying how externally a flowering plant appears. Means we study appearance of the flower, that is external structure of the flower, and how a leaf occurs, what are the types of leaves, what are the types of flowers, and we discuss only external appearance of an organism. So that's why morphology, whenever you study morphology of a plant or morphology of an animal, what exactly you will be studying? You will be studying the detailed external appearance of an organism, and you will be talking about its form, how does it appear, what is its color. All such things we are going to study in a branch of biology called morphology. Next, coming up with anatomy. So anatomy is the combination of ana means up, tome means cutting. So what is anatomy? For example, what I said, morphology means like flower. So flower externally how it appears. As we all know, flower has beautifully colored petals, and petals are protected by sepals. But inside these petals and sepals, we have structures like androecium, gynoecium, ovary, etc. And if you want to see the internal structure of an ovary, what you have to do? You have to remove these petals, sepals and all, and you have to make a section. You have to take a section of an ovary and you should observe it under the microscope, and you will come to know what is the internal arrangement of the ovary, what are present inside the ovary. Ovules are present, how the ovules are arranged. When you want to know all these details, ultimately you have to be thorough with the branch of biology called anatomy. So anatomy is nothing but studying the internal organization in the body of an organism. It may be a plant or it may be an animal. So normally you know, like conducting tissues in the plant body, xylem and phloem. So how these xylem elements are arranged, how the phloem elements are arranged, if you want to know this, and you have to take the section of a stem, let it be a monocot stem or dicot stem. So with this it is very clear, whenever you are studying anatomy, what you will be studying exactly? You will be studying the internal organization in the body of a plant or in the body of an animal, how the organs are arranged. When you want to know all these things, you have to study branch of biology which is called anatomy. Okay? So once you become thorough with the external appearance and internal organization, yesterday I told you, inside the body cells, whether it is a plant or animal, in the cytoplasm, various chemical activities will be taking place. And what is the mechanism behind these chemical reactions taking place inside the cell? If you want to know exactly, you have to study a branch of biology called physiology. And physiology is the combination of two words once again. Physis means mechanism, and once again logos means study. So ultimately when you are studying physiology, what you will be understanding, mechanism behind the process is studied in branch of biology called physiology. So let me make a simple explanation for this. When you look into human body, so how a human occurs, like whether he is tall or dwarf, whether his skin complexion is fair or dark, or how about his hair, whether it is long hair or short hair or normal hair like curly hair, etc. When you are studying all these things, when you are observing all these things, you will be studying external appearance or form. That's why that is nothing but morphology. And if you want to know in the human body how the digestive system is arranged, how stomach appears, and internally if you want to see how the liver exactly looks like. When you want to know all these details, externally you cannot see it. You have to cut open the body of human. Once you cut open the body of human, you can see the internal organizations of various body systems, and then you will be studying what now? Anatomy. And once you know morphology and anatomy, you know in the stomach and in the small intestine the process called digestion occurs. And when you want to know how the food is digested in the stomach and small intestine, so you will be studying ultimately what is the reason, what is the mechanism involved in the process of digestion. Then you will be studying physiology. So like this, whenever we study various chapters given in first PUC and second PUC syllabus, importantly we will be studying what? Morphology of organism, anatomy of organism, and physiology behind various metabolic activities. Okay, so let me repeat, what is morphology? Morphology is the study of external appearance of an organism. So morphe means form, logos means study. What is anatomy? Anatomy is the study of internal organization of the body systems, is called anatomy. And physiology always deals with what? The mechanism behind a metabolic activity. Cellular respiration will be taking place inside every cell. When you say that cell is alive, inside the cell respiration will be taking place. And when you want to know the details in the process of respiration, what are the cycles involved, what are the chemical reactions involved, which enzymes are essential for the process of respiration, ultimately you will be studying what? Physiology. So this is what every student should know. What is morphology, what is anatomy, and what is physiology. And along with this, some application types will be there. Usually when we talk about science is nothing but knowledge simply. Actually science is classified in two broad ways. I can tell you pure science and applied science we say. If you ask me, sir, what is pure science? My answer is that seeing something, observing something, and listening to something, and finally seeing, observing, listening, you learn something. That is called pure science. And when you become an expert of that pure science, then what you start doing? You start applying your knowledge of pure science for some beneficial purposes. Then that is called applied science. Understand? Simplest example, first you want to know the detailed structure of DNA, and when you study the structure of DNA with available literature, by seeing its photographs or by observing it under microscope, finally you will come to know every detail of DNA. When you get sound knowledge about DNA, you will be trying to do some modification in the DNA. So what you will be doing? You will be applying your knowledge of pure science to create some useful products for the human welfare, and that is called applied science. So listening something, reading something, observing something, and finally you learn something, that is called pure science. When you become an expert of pure science, wherever you apply your knowledge of pure science to get some useful products, that part of science is called applied science. And coming to applied science, importantly, today we discuss biotechnology, genetics, microbiology, genetic engineering, etc. But here I have written some branches which are associated with our first PUC and second PUC syllabus. In previous class also we have studied cytology, which is otherwise called cell biology, study of cell. So, or studying cell as a structural and functional unit of life is called cytology. It is otherwise called cell biology. Okay. So, coming to cell, in next modules we discuss what are the types of cells, etc. Next, I have written one more word, that is histology. So, histology. Once again, it is the combination of two words. Logy means study and histios means what? Tissue. So, what is histology? Study of tissues. Study of cell as structural and functional unit is called cytology. It is otherwise called cell biology. But except few unicellular organisms, most of the organisms on this planet Earth are multicellular. Means their bodies are made up of millions of cells and billions of cells, and cells which are having common origin perform same or related function. They aggregate to form a structure that is called tissue. This is the standard definition for a tissue. If you ask me, sir, what is a tissue? It is the group of cells having a common origin and perform same or related function. And such group of cells having common origin perform same or related functions is called tissue. And when you are making the study of different tissues present in the plant body and present in the animal body, so based on complexity, functions, we classify tissues into various types. We discuss in detail later, but in the body of a plant, variety of tissues are present. In the body of an animal, variety of tissues are present. They perform various functions. So, study of tissues is called histology. Let me repeat the definition for a tissue. What is a tissue? Group of cells having common origin, performing same or related function is called the tissue. Okay. Next, microbiology. Already we have discussed. Microbiology deals with microbes. In last class only I said what is a microbe? The any living organism which cannot be seen with normal eye or naked eye is called microbe. So if you want to take a view of microbe, definitely you need to have a very good quality, highly sophisticated microscope. You can take a view of them only under the microscope. Such living organisms which cannot be seen with naked eye are called microbes. Variety of microbes we know today. Different types of microbes, like some unicellular fungi are present, protozoans are present, bacteria are there, viruses are there, viroids are there. All together they fall under the category of what? Microbes. And study of microorganisms or microbes is called microbiology. If you want, you can remember, father of microbiology is Louis Pasteur. So Louis Pasteur is popularly known as father of microbiology. Next, coming to biotechnology, I already told you, most advanced branch in the field of biology, where we are applying various techniques and advanced methods in biology, like cutting the DNA, responsible for a good character or a desirable character, introducing this DNA into DNA of the another organism. Today all these things are possible because of a technique called genetic engineering, and genetic engineering is the most important part of biotechnology. So biotechnology helps in biotechnology we may use organisms, we may use cells, we may use some molecular products, and finally we get some useful products and useful processes associated with benefits of humans, associated with human welfare. That branch of biology is called biotechnology. Okay. Next, the two important branches, that is genetics and evolution. So genetics is the branch of biology. It deals with what? Already I told you. It deals with the process of inheritance and variations. The standard definition, if I have to tell you what is genetics, genetics is the branch of biology which deals with the process of inheritance and variations. What is inheritance once again? Transmission of characters from parents to their offsprings. Yes, characters always transmit from parents to their offspring, but with little modification, and these modifications are called variations. Okay, so whenever you are studying genetics, you will be learning what is the mechanism behind the process of inheritance and what is the reason for variation. Okay, so here I want you to remember two scientist names. If the question is asked, who coined the term genetics? Answer is Betson. Betson coined the term genetics. And who is popularly known as father of genetics? You know this. Gregor John Mendel. During your schooling also you have studied. Mendel conducted series of experiments on garden pea plant whose biological name is Pisum sativum. By conducting series of experiments on Pisum sativum, Mendel has proposed principles of inheritance and variation. That's why Gregor John Mendel is popularly known as father of genetics. Okay, and finally I have written one more branch of biology called evolution. So it is the branch of biology which deals with the origin of species. Understand? So it is very clear. Evolution is an everyday process, and all the species present on the planet Earth are originated from pre-existing species only. It was the concept of whom? A very famous naturalist, that is Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin is popularly known as father of evolution, and according to Charles Darwin, whatever the species of plants, animals existing on the planet Earth today, we know millions of plants and animal species, and all these species of organisms are originated from pre-existing species only because of a process called evolution. So whenever a student is studying evolution, student will be understanding what is the reason and what is the mechanism involved in the process of speciation, we say. And once again, if you ask me, sir, what is speciation? My answer is the process of formation of new species from the pre-existing species is called speciation. Let me repeat, what is speciation? The process of formation. Speciation is like this. What is speciation? The process of formation of new species from the pre-existing species is called speciation. And we are going to discuss all these details, how the new species can originate from pre-existing, when we are studying the branch of biology called evolution. And who coined the term evolution? If that question is asked, answer is Herbert Spencer. Herbert Spencer coined the term evolution. And who is the father of evolution? Charles Darwin is father of evolution. Who coined the term genetics? Betson coined the term genetics. And who is father of genetics? Gregor John Mendel is popularly known as father of genetics. Like this, whenever we are studying PUC syllabus, that is in first PUC and second PUC, our syllabus importantly includes what? Morphology of plants and animals, anatomy of plants and animals, and in first PUC itself we have a unit called Physiology of plants, and as well as we have Physiology of human. So human physiology is there, plant physiology is there. We will study morphology of plants, anatomy of plants and animals, like that. All these things we are going to study in our PUC syllabus. So here let me tell you what is morphology. Study of external appearance of an organism. What is anatomy? Study of internal body organization is called anatomy. What is physiology? Study of the mechanism behind various biological processes like respiration, digestion, etc. That is all we study in a special branch of biology called physiology. And other things we have studied. Cytology is study of cell as a structural and functional unit of life. Histology is the study of tissues. What is a tissue? group of cells having common origin, performing same or related function. And microbiology is the study of microbes. What are microbes? The living organisms which cannot be seen with the naked eye. Biotechnology is an advanced branch of biology where controlled use of organisms, cells, etc. is done for the production of useful products and processes is called biotechnology. Genetics is the branch of biology deals with the process of inheritance and variation. Evolution deals with the process of speciation. What is speciation? The process of formation of new species from the pre-existing species. Thank you.